What's up YouTube? This is the Lil Master LL1234 with another deck video. I'm tired, but I wanted to post something up so that you guys can hopefully subscribe. Yeah. So pretty much I had an old segment called Yu-Gi-Oh! Insights on my channel. I only posted one video and didn't like the outcome. So I'm changing it up. Same idea, just different names, different opening. No opening right now actually. And I'm calling it, because of my locals, That's a Factoid. The main point of this segment is to essentially talk about cards I like that aren't usually played in this metagame, just essentials and stuff I might actually add because, well, I like to play. On this episode, I'll be talking about cards that I like to add and I like playing in one of my favorite decks right now. The good old fashioned, everybody loves them, Gravekeepers! With Gravekeepers topping at the previous YCS, people have been playing them ramp. Most decks nowadays that you'll see when it comes to Gravekeepers will run the same things. They'll run the Royal Tributes, the G-Spies, the Descendant, one Assailant, triple Commandant, the Recruiters, nothing. Like Necro Valley. The old-fashioned Necro Valley, sorry. Yeah. There are four main points to note about Gravekeepers, really. One, they're spellcasters. Two, they're all dark monsters except for Commandant. Three, the bigger guys will get up to 2,000 or higher really easily due to Necro Valley. And four, they swarm, search, and go off in instants. As anybody who knows me right now knows, I actually run Gravekeepers. My build focuses around more controlling the field than just basic Royal Tribute playoff, and it's a little bit more consistent, I think. I run four cards that most Gravekeeper players won't run, and they are Magician's Circle, Rite of Spirit. Oh my god, this card exists! Compulsory Evacuation Device because it ends games. And the one card that every Gravekeeper person will say is bad. Gravekeeper's Visionary. Alright, so the first card is Magician's Circle. When a spellcaster monster attacks either you or your opponents, and you and your opponent are allowed to search through their decks for a 2,000 or less spellcaster type monster and special summon it in face up attack position. This card is broken mainly because every single monster in your deck is a 2,000 or less spellcaster type monster. Glare. This card has amazing synergy when you play it with Gravekeeper's Assailant. Necro Valley is on the field. If this card attacks, it's allowed to target one monster on your opponent's side of the field and change its battle position. So basically what you do, you hit with Assailant, right? And then when you declare your attack, switch the attack position of your monster and chain Magician's Circle to that. What happens is your opponent's big monster goes to defense mode, or your opponent's little monster goes to attack mode. You take out that monster, you get a new monster out. And with the way that most decks are played right now, they probably won't have a spellcaster. Second card to talk about is Rite of Spirit, because everybody wants a monster reborn. If I have to explain why this card is broken, you should not be running Gravekeepers. I still don't understand why Gravekeeper players don't run this card properly. Oh my god, the guy topped the YCS with this deck, so I'm going to copy exactly like that build. But I'm going to forget this card. What's wrong with you? It has no conditions attached to it. You just flip it up, special summon any Gravekeeper monster from your graveyard, and that's it. It's not attached to anything. You don't need Necro Valley on the field. That's it. And it's unaffected by Necro Valley, so if Necro Valley is on the field, you can still get out the special summon. It's broken. Third card to talk about is Compulsory Evacuation Device. You can use it on your monsters to replay your G-Spies. You can use it on their monsters when they synchro out. and they don't get any of their tuners back because they can't control their graveyard anymore. So it works really well. My most controversial card, really, because everybody who I talk to about playing this card tells me I'm stupid. The Gravekeeper Visionary. And if you play the deck properly, you can have a handful of Gravekeeper monsters in your hand, no matter what, and a graveyard filled with Gravekeeper monsters as well. Basically, first he gets the 500 boost from Necro Valley, and secondly, for every Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard, this card gains 200 attack and defense. No, just attack. 200 attack. So, by the end of dropping out all your recruiters into a graveyard, he already had a 600 boost, which means he's at 31 if Necro Valley is on the field. Gravekeeper Spies, extra 200. Descendant blowing up cards using its effect, extra 200. And if you play it properly, Recruiter's effect can really boost his card off. If you tribute a Recruiter, he gets the card to his hand, and then his second effect can be really broken. If this card will be destroyed by any means, from your hand, you can send a Gravekeeper monster from your hand to the graveyard to keep this card on the field. It's broken. I only run one. I'm not stupid enough to make a full deck like that. I actually did in the beginning with like triple Magician Circle to just like game people. I bombarded this guy with a double Magician Circle to Visionary game. It was so broken because this guy let me attack. So I'm like, you're stupid. But pretty much it comes out of nowhere. They don't see it coming and it gains people. So it's broken. Anyways, YouTube, that's it pretty much. Those are the 4 cards I was actually going to talk about today, just for Gravekeepers. Maybe next time I'll actually talk about some other decks, but right now I'm just thinking about Gravekeepers right now because I want to really boost up my deck. I want to make it completely broken because I'm thinking of other decks, but this is a deck I have right now that I can actually play and win with really easily. I topped last month, like my last Monday. It was really easy. I didn't even bother facing my last guy. It could have went into a final bout for the entire prize. It was X-Sabers versus Gravekeepers for finals with me in Gravekeepers, but I just didn't want to do them, so whatever. Anyways, if you have any suggestions, any ideas, please comment below or send a video response. Rate, comment, and subscribe, please. Also, suggest me to other people if you can. Later on I'll be doing shoutouts, but right now I don't have that many subscribers, so really me doing a shoutout is kind of irrelevant. Although I must say that a lot of my ideas actually came from Underworld6667, so if you haven't already subscribed to him, so please subscribe. I'll be putting a link up to his page too in the comments, because he's actually really cool, and I know him personally. Shoutouts to Dan Connell still. And also shoutouts to my friend Daniel Cook. Subscribe to his channel, DanielCoOkTv. He also has a lot of stuff, and he's going to be doing a lot of and he does a lot of deck videos, a lot of duels, a lot of box openings, and he does know his stuff, even though he kind of acts like a dumbass sometimes. Anyways, hopefully you like my information. Hopefully you like my channel. Subscribe if you can, and peace.